So what I'm doing here is I pulled that full board out because this transmission is not original in this truck. So it is certain spots in there. It's just impossible for me to grease or anything like that. So I'm taking this cover off to get up inside there and be able to grease some things. What makes this kind of a good video, I guess, is for some of y'all out there that decides to, you know, get the stick higher up, you know, from right here to about up here. There's a bolt right here that you need to take loose. Okay, what I did is because this shifter was really tight, and you usually can get a little crescent, and you see that little knob there. You can kind of get a crescent and hold that steady and loosen that bolt. But this one was real tight, and I was afraid I was going to break it. So what I did is put a little black tape on there, and I used a pipe wrench to hold that stick stable so I didn't bust anything down there, because there's just one nut, and I didn't want to take that chance and have to go through all that. So what I did is put that black tape pipe wrench and busted that nut. So once that nut's loose, you kind of do that, and then you'd be able to pull this shifter out. Alright, now I got two black hoses here, so I had to put a little black tape right there to kind of tell me that it goes on to that line right there. So I know this runs to this when it's said and done with. So always, if you got two matching lines like that, mark them, or you have to twist it. Of course, this one's only got two lines, so if it don't work correctly, you just twist it. Some of them's got 4, some of them's got 5. This one's a Super 10, so it's really easy to deal with. But you just unscrew that and take it off. And what I'm going to do, since I got it all taken apart, my boot right there is a little loose right here. It's got cracks through here, so exhaust and all that can come through there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take this black rubber hose here, and let's see here, take this screw out. I'm going to slip this on, and then I'm going to run it down to the boot, wrap this boot around this hose, and I don't have an ugly looking clamp through there. Which they buy covers for the shifters and all that, but man, that may be in the future. For the time being, this is what I'm doing today, which is still going to stop that heat and exhaust fumes from coming up and coming through this crack here. And even if you got a cover, it makes it look pretty. It's just going to rotate back down and come back up and still come up in the cab. So I still want it tight, so I don't have to smell exhaust fumes or you know, the heat coming in when it's summertime and all that. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. And I figured for some of the truck drivers out there that are having a hard time greasing certain grease zerks, just pull that plate loose and get up inside there and be able to grease it this way. Again, for this truck, it was wrong transmission. I had to do this, and I probably have to do it every so often. Something like this is not a whole lot of working parts, so every 6 months, maybe having to do this, just to keep it maintained and greased and simple for me when I'm driving down the road. But yep, you know, for some of the other ones, it's the same thing. You got that, then you got adapters. You can get the stick you know, that come up here, and then you have that high-rise shifters that some of the drivers like. I'm not really into that. I kind of like where it's at. But for some of y'all that do, you just pull that, buy the adapter, and it raises up. You buy a couple of lines, clip it on these lines, extend the lines up, and there you go. Anyway, it's a little something. Since I'm out here working on this and doing a little honeydews, as usual, party trucking. For Diesel, we the people, bye-bye.